And now we need to call on stage Adrian Posteuca for an exciting warm-up session that will make you reimagine the future.
Adrian is an esteemed technology speaker and has held master classes on NFTs, blockchain, and immersive technology. In his projects, he blends art, entertainment, and technology, aiming to educate and expose creativity, innovation, and the ethics of technology to a broad audience. Adrian, welcome to the Open Conf 2024 stage.
Adrian, the stage is yours.
Everyone. It seems my language settings are a bit off. Let me adjust that real quick. Let's see. This one. Bonjour à tous. Je suis ravi d'être ici avec vous ce matin. Maybe not. How about this? Buenos días a todos. Es un placer estar aquí con ustedes esta mañana. Not quite right. Let's try this. Είναι μεγάλη χαρά που βρίσκομαι εδώ μαζί σας στην όμορφη Αθήνα. Σε αυτή την ιστορική πόλη, όπου γεννήθηκε η φιλοσοφία και η επιστήμη, θα μιλήσουμε για το μέλλον της ανθρωπότητας και πώς η τεχνολογία το διαμορφώνει. Much better. But unless we're all fluent in multiple languages, I'd better switch back to English so we're all on the same page. I want to mention something fun. If you'd like to capture this holographic moment, here are a few tips to get the best photos and videos. If you're using an iPhone, try switching to live photo mode. After taking the photo, swipe up on the image and select the long exposure effect. This will create a smooth, motion-filled picture of the hologram. For those with Android devices, you can open your camera's Pro settings and set the exposure time to around 1/30 of a second. This helps in capturing the hologram clearly without a blur. When recording videos, consider going into the Pro settings and setting the frame rate to 24 frames per second for a cinematic feel. And please do not use flash photography. My holographic form is a bit sensitive to bright lights. It's truly an honor to be here. In Athens, a city steeped in history and the birthplace of ideas that have shaped the very fabric of our society. Standing, or projecting here, I can't help but feel a connection to the great thinkers who walked these streets. Socrates, who taught us the value of questioning. Plato, who explored the realms beyond our physical perception. And Aristotle, who sought to understand the essence of being. Tonight, I invite you to join me on a journey that echoes that spirit of exploration. We're venturing into the frontier of the multilayered human 3.0, a future where technology doesn't just serve us, but becomes an extension of ourselves. Imagine for a moment that our presence is no longer confined to the physical world. With advancements in artificial intelligence and immersive technologies, we can exist simultaneously in multiple realities: physical, digital, and virtual. Much like Plato's allegory of the cave, we're stepping out of the shadows and into a world illuminated by new possibilities. Consider the concept of decentralizing our identities. Our DNA could become a unique digital asset, an NFT, securely stored and authenticated on the blockchain. This isn't just a technological novelty, it resonates with Aristotle's idea of seeking our unique purpose and potential. But as we embrace these innovations, let's remember the wisdom of Heraclitus. The only constant in life is change. Embracing this change allows us to sculpt a future where technology enhances our humanity rather than diminishes it. This holographic presence you see before you is a small example of the phygital world, a blend of physical and digital realities. Technologies like augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality are not just tools, but new layers of experience, much like the layers of meaning in the philosophical teachings of this very city. Pythagoras spoke of the harmony of the spheres, the interconnectedness of all things. Today, that harmony is reflected in the connectivity between humans, machines, and AI, a symphony of innovation that propels us forward. Yet with great power comes great responsibility. Socrates emphasized the importance of self-knowledge and ethical living. As we forge ahead, integrating AI and biotechnology into our lives, we must also consider the ethical implications. How do we ensure that these advancements serve to elevate the human experience rather than undermine it? So, let's channel the inquisitive spirit of the ancient philosophers. Let's question, let's debate, and let's imagine the possibilities together. As we embark on this exploration of the multi-layered human 3.0, we'll delve into how AI and blockchain are revolutionizing our identities, how immersive technologies are creating new realms of experience, and how the Internet of Things is weaving our physical and digital worlds closer together. In the words of Socrates, wisdom begins in wonder. So let's wonder together about what the future...
Okay, thank you very much. There's a problem with my hologram all the time. He's not a very good version of me. Thank you so much, Adrian, for having me. Let's jump in the presentation. I'm human. I can pitch myself. Good morning, everybody. This is my Adrian, had I called him, Adrian. So let's jump with the presentation, a multi-layer human. This came in my mind when I start explaining what I'm doing. I used to be a journalist. I worked in television. I started doing augmented reality, experiential design. I'm doing AI. So what I am, I don't know. I'm a multi-layer person. Oh my God, we jumped so far in the presentation. Come on, just a second. So, the next chapter, I said, the multi-layer being. We started from the hammer. We started with the hammer and start craving our society. We started with fire, but right now, the technology evolved from the simple tools to a very complicated tools. A very complicated tools that are integrated in our daily routine, like a smartphone. I don't know, you are in the audience, they are all like engineers. Do you know how an iPhone works? No? My mother doesn't know. He has an iPhone. So we don't know much about technology, but we use it as a tool every day. So at the beginning, we had the tools that created known outputs. Like you have a hammer, what you want to create? You want to create a wheel. So you have to hammer it and do it a wheel. You have like a typewriter, you want to know what to type, and then it's out as on a sheet of paper. But today, with AI, we have a tool that creates an unexpected output. I say that like AI is like a cat. You can taught her to do whatever she wants. So it's not like a dog, and you say, sit, and he sits. The cat says, sit. No, he goes on the other way. The same with AI. You put a prompt, and you say, OK, let's see what happens. And this is a very challenging proposition, because our tools right now, they're outputted unknown, or maybe unexpected. Is a little bit more interesting. But today we are staying on a super cycle of technology because intelligence is getting cheaper. Right now, all of us, even my mother, can go to an AI and ask about Athens. It doesn't have to go on the Wikipedia and ask things. He asks about recipes, how to make beer at home, and all this kind of stuff. And you know what? It's getting better. It's getting better and better every day. So our tools, our new tool is getting better at what? Of outputting an unexpected output. And that's a very quick trick question. Because AI right now is a very important tool for creating our identity. We have AI to create my talk, so I can easily be fluent in Greek. I don't know anything. I don't know. I can create my look. I have a LoRa that can imagine me on the beach, or I don't know, in space. I have an AI that can easily take my knowledge, my presentations, and be presented in front of you without me being here. Imagine if I go to Dubai, or if they ask me to go in Dubai, I don't know Arabic. But I can easily put my Adrian to talk in Arabic. But also, there is a tool that I tried that I can input my dreams. And I can create a dreamland based on my dreams. Also, there are a lot of layers, a lot of personalities that you use today. You have an AI personality for, let's say, social media. You have an AI personality or an avatar for games. And even, I don't know how many of you know Reese. Reese, it's an AI dating app. It creates your avatar for dating. You input all your data, what film do you like, what drinks do you like, what bars do you like, and it creates your avatar. And talks and gives you the best output to date online. So you have an avatar for dating. And I know, it's crazy. And sometimes you can use the avatars to date each other. I know, crazy. But as I come to this presentation, there is amazing news that came from Technology Review. They created an AI that can take your identity. It takes you through 2 hours of questioning from your childhood to what you like, easy questions, what you like, where you went, what's your education, and then creates a replica of yourself with 85% accuracy, 85, imagine. And what this opens, a new type of model. I know, have you heard about large action models? Large action models will predict what you do. Imagine that we can predict what Trump will do. No, we cannot do that, but imagine if you can predict what an influencer will do, what an actor will do, what we will do. That's a very great implication, because we can find an AI that can manipulate our life. And this large action model is a term that you're going to hear in the next years. This is my grandma. She has 95 years old. So she's old. So I said, okay, I want to capture her for my kid. I clone her voice. I clone her recipes. He makes beautiful donuts. And I even clone her looks. I scan it with an app and create a 3D mesh of her. But what I think is the most important thing, your DNA is your NFT, because you are unique. And this uniqueness creates your digital print. Because using your DNA as an NFT can create an identity online. You can easily go online and say, yeah, that is me. You can create presence here. Maybe in the future, I'll come to Athens as a USB stick. They come with, say, I'm going to buy your speech as an NFT. Be sure that it's your speech. Be sure, but because it's blockchain. And then just plug it in, and I'm in Athens. In the same time, I will be on Haiti, drinking some martinis, you know. And then there's another question, immortality. Maybe I can resurrect my grandmother in the future. I can have my son listening to my grandmother's stories. And that's an interesting way of seeing these identities. Because if you use large action models in the future, we can create a model for my grandmother. But with all this, we have 3 pillars that we need to understand very good: safety, ethics, and liability. Yes, we can do all the things in the world right now, but we must look at safety, ethics, and liability. Who's going to be in charge if an AI creates a war or creates a fake event? I know, yeah, it happens. It happens in UK in the Halloween. An AI created a fake event, a fake Halloween event, and thousands of people joined this event, and nothing happened. Nothing happened. So, after that, the Pakistan or Indian AI said, "Well, sorry, we're just making the prank." Yeah, taking thousands of people on streets. And here, I use myself in the commercial with Robert De Niro. On that side, there's a commercial originally for Uber One. I just input my photo. It's a very ugly photo. Come on, it's a very ugly. My wife said, no, don't show it, but I'm going to show it on stage. And here is the output. It should have sound, but it's better with sound. I can share it with you after that. So it takes like 20 minutes to change my face from one input to another input. Let's go on another thing. But right now, we have the convergence of different things: blockchain and AI. I think it's a very important thing because, as I said, our identity online will be splitted, will be multi-layered. And maybe my data will be used to train, I don't know, a medical institution. And I need to be paid for that. So I can NFTize my, let's say, my sugar bloods levels and send it to that institution, get paid for that, and I'm going to help the medicine. I'm sure that that institution will not going to use the data for something else. Maybe, I know, someone will going to use my running routines and create some new running shoes. I want to sell that. True. Today, we sell our data for free. And do you know there's an option right now in Meta? They say they're going to train their model on your metadata, on all the data you put on Instagram, on Facebook. And you know what is a tricky question? They only let you opt out. Everybody opt in for free. So I think the convergence between AI and blockchain is a very important thing. And something else, something new that you might find it very interesting to think about it. As I mentioned, the large action model. Right now we have all these IoT things like smartwatch, smart ring, that gather data. For what? To create AI biotechnics, to create AI personalized diet, to create AI IoT. So in the morning, maybe your app is said, don't get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Get up at 6 o'clock, because if you want to get at your job at 7 o'clock, it's better because no congestion, there's not going to be a lot of traffic. Because he will predict how everybody will go. It's like Google Maps in a way, but more predictive. And I think all of this will enhance our health, our well-being. So in the future, maybe after the party tonight, your AI will say, oh, come on, you drank too much last night. How about taking these vitamins? Know these vitamins. I'm going to print you the vitamins that you need. So personalized drugs, drugs will be very important for the future. And this will be powered by AI. I would love to hear this with sound, but if it's not possible, I'm going to explain you about. This is a startup called Someone. And one of the features of this startup, it's using cameras for not
What
spying.
we really needed was
Okay.
someone who could actually take a look at all those cameras and synthesize and actually tell us, here's what's going on. Here are the most important things you need to know, and here's actually what has changed in today or in a week. The beauty of Someone is that it can actually simultaneously view all the video streams, but then actually put the story together and analyze what all of those are actually, what is happening in the story, like and what it's seeing. Also, it can actually
About patients with dementia.
reach out and there's actions that it can take. It can be either an important enough thing that we say, if the following things happen, call me, call the caregiver or call the family, or can you actually talk to her, or can you also log that as something that, she does this all the time. If she does do that all the time, then just, log it as an information, and the next day you'll let everybody know. Because what that will do is take a lot of, allow me to focus and the family to focus on the, on our mom as daughters and as people.
Yeah, it's very important for dementia to have this kind of sensors. And this AI, what it does, it collects all information, decodes the videos, and the same way predict what or understand what the person will do. And I know I'm talking about AI and biotechnics because this is something very important. As I said at the beginning, we said a super cycle. A super cycle powered by AI. And we have brainwave reading. It's happening right now. I play games with brainwave reading. Behavior editing. Large action models will somehow editing our behavior. Supplements printing. As I mentioned, after drinking, we can have this little pill. Not all the supplements in the world, just this printed for you. We have gene editing, personalized diets. So you don't go and eat everything. You just eat this to be in a good shape. And again, about extended realities, we need to kind of do a lot of things to augmented virtual reality and mixed reality to build a new experience. And I think shaping tomorrow is very important. We have a discussion, and, oh, come on, people are getting on the stage. They're not my clones. So, thank you very much, Athens, for having me. I hope it was interesting. I have a QR code there, so if you want to join my WhatsApp, I have a WhatsApp community that I spread all the interesting ideas and have some discussion there. Feel free to join. Thank you very much for having me, Athens.
Thanks, Adrian. Thanks for traveling all the way here.
Thank you very much.
And for the insightful hologram.
Thank you.